All right, let's hear what trigger warning Kellyanne Conway.
Every day, January 6th. Why does the calendar say January 6th every single day to some people?
Because on that day, apparently, he asked for his vice president to be murdered. Now, how do you spin that?
Those are reports I've seen that people were saying that. And if people were threatening the life of the vice president, I'm sure there are great federal laws against that. Let's use them.
Yes, sir.
But Trump gave that speech on the South Lawn where he said all those awful things about Mike Pence and urged that raucous crowd to go
and hang him. Did he?
No.
What did he say? He said, "Fight like hell."
Yeah,
right.
It was entirely foreseeable that crowd was going to behave in a violent manner.
Fight like hell means
that's why you had Republican members of Congress.
Wait, who is this guy? Is this Barro? Is this Josh Barro, dude? That's Rich Campbell? No, dude, I recognize his fucking voice. So goddamn annoying on Twitter. Like the most annoying motherfucker on Twitter, dude. But I think I hear him on. Does he go on like NPR a lot? Anyway, whatever. Let's just.
When the guys are taking the field.
That's why you had Republican members of Congress asking what we're going to do about these people who might come in and try to do something violent to us. Debbie Lesko, a conservative congresswoman from Arizona, was very concerned about that. And that's part of what's made the investigation feel a little bit absurd at certain places, because this happened right in front of us. We saw Trump do this on television on January 6th. And so it's like, yeah, now we have these reports that he said that he wanted Mike Pence, that it was cool with him if they hang Mike Pence. But he took these actions that clearly put the vice president in physical danger after spending days.
Well, okay, but let me ask you a practical.
Oh God, it's such like mealy mouth bullshit. Like, he put the vice president in danger. Like, dude, talk about the larger fucking consequences, okay? If anything, let him fucking fight. Awesome, dude. I'm in support of Republican infighting, okay? I want Republicans to fucking be like, we should hang Mike Pence. And then the other Republicans are like, maybe we shouldn't do that. Like, great, dude. Whatever. Let him fucking fight, idiot.
To break the law.
Practical question. This is a little new that he said Pence deserves it. Maybe
I read that in reports, but I worked with them for 5 years straight. I know.
Well, you weren't there then.
Hold on. I had left
this
on
is
my
testimony
own
of
time
people who were there
term.
then. Okay. Let's say let's say there's a smoking gun tape like there is with the call to the Secretary of State of Georgia, where he said, I need to find 11,000 more votes. I need to find 11,000 more votes. Is that something that should prevent this man from ever running again, or saying he wants to hang his vice president?
He didn't say he wanted to hang his vice
Should
president.
he be able to run again for president?
That 17 times in the last 5 minutes. Hold on. That's what this is about. At least you admit it. At least you said the quiet part out loud. That these investigations are about preventing him from ever running again.
Should he?
And the left they should just admit that. They should say, we have absolutely no man with a plan in the White House. We're paying $5 a gallon for gasoline. Infant formula is nowhere.
We're going to get to that part of it. Let's just stay with it.
What? Why Democrats should honor Mike Pence? Dude, stop. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to have an aneurysm and fucking foam out of the mouth and just die, dude? Because that's what's going to happen. Okay? I'm going to fucking die if I read this. You should not read it then. My man literally supports gay conversion therapy. Dude, I hate this. I hate this so much. Mike Pence, An American Hero by Jonathan V. Last. Dude, liberals are so fucking cucked, dude. Oh my God, we are the most we. That's not a we that I ever want to fucking ever say ever again. Democrats or Democratic voters or liberals in general are the most cucked motherfuckers on the fucking planet, dude. A bunch of goddamn pathetic little fucking dickheads, okay? I can't believe I said we for a second. My head is not on right today, okay? Shut the fuck up. Oh, I saw this fucking Robert Reich one too. Liz Cheney's a firm conservative, and I oppose many of her positions, but she has demonstrated tremendous courage and integrity in the face of Trump's big lie. She's a breath of fresh air in the Republican Party. Liz Cheney for president? No. How about no? How about Liz Cheney for fucking jail, dude? Fuck it. Spice it up a little bit. God damn it. I hate liberals. I hate liberals so much.
Every single day to Americans, though, Bill. It's a real concern.
Okay, it is, and we will get to that part of the show. But let's talk about what we're really talking about now, which is Donald Trump.
Now, always talking about Donald Trump. He hasn't been president in a year and a half.
Should he be able to run again, given that this also was not ad hoc? This was a planned coup. This is something else that came out. This wasn't an act of passion, a crime of passion. This was premeditated. Well, he had this 7-point plan.
I think that's why they focused so much in the hearing on trying to establish that he knew that he had lost the election, that all of these people had told him what you told him, that he did not win this election, because they've all, in court filings, the committee has already suggested that they have sufficient evidence that Trump committed a specific crime, that he tried to obstruct an official proceeding by trying to get Mike Pence to act outside of his constitutional duties and authorities and decline to count the electoral votes that would have given Joe Biden the win in the election. They say that the Department of Justice could charge him for that.
They did it in the dumbest way possible, okay? They did it in the dumbest way possible. But that doesn't mean they didn't try. That doesn't mean they didn't fucking organize. I'm sorry, guys. It's still fucking significant. You know what I mean? Like, as much as it's like liberals are thinking that this is like the only thing you should care about or whatever the fuck, and they're whack for that. But like, you can't just turn around and be like, well, they were really dumb in the way that they tried to do a fucking insurrection. Yeah, I mean, they did. They were really dumb. They're Republicans. They're very stupid. Okay. Like, trying to go after like a weird part of the, a weird part of the traditions that we have is not going to change the outcome of a fucking election. But the real way that they're undermining democracy, aside from the ways that our framers and our fucking founders have undermined democracy by creating this like unjust, unequal system that churns out results that favor rural voters and white landowners historically, you know what I mean? White male landowners historically. Like, aside from that, they have also fundamentally it changed rules in the state legislatures. They're making it as hard as fucking possible with like street violence to become a polling person. They're putting positions, they're putting like QAnon pedophile psychos into positions of power that actually count and tally the votes. And then on top of that, they're also changing state legislatures or changing state constitutions and basically pushing for, at the state level, laws that dictate that the state legislature, which is overwhelmingly Republican, can change the results of a Democratic election. So they're doing it on all fronts. They want it more. Republicans just want it more, okay? They are fundamentally undermining, and have been doing so for a very long time, but they're fundamentally undermining the democratic process, which didn't really fully exist anyway, okay? But at least in theory, we had like some kind of democratic process. We don't even have it anymore, and it's getting worse and worse year over year. And this is just one of the many different ways that they're doing it, okay? Like trying to target a part of the structure in the process that is largely fucking symbolic to see if they can penetrate through, or to see if they can like change the process by brute force. And they have already done brute force changes in the past. The Brooks Brothers riot is literally a great example of an election being stolen in the year 2000. Many of you were probably not alive back then, which is part of the reason why you're unfamiliar with this, but they did this already. And some of the motherfuckers that were working on that are now in the Supreme Court. You know what I mean? Like,
and so that, that case, I don't know that it's the most important thing for the public, whether Trump knew that he had lost or not, but that's important for establishing the crime in order to show that he acted corruptly. He has to have known that he was not entitled to the win that he was seeking to obtain through the vice president failing to count all of the electoral votes. So that would be the thing that DOJ could charge around if they were going to bring criminal charges.
Right, but only if he believes that he lost.
Well, that's...
I think it's ACB, Kavanaugh, and Roberts that were involved in the Brooks Brothers riot. Yeah, like Bush straight up stole an election. You know what I mean? That already happened.
So we had an election here, And the person who got the most votes, it's a